this year in risk assets globally. And then you put in, obviously, what happened with crude over the last couple of weeks, crescendoing yesterday, but still going lower. So you put that together, the dollar, obviously that move was pretty significant. That was a crash of financial markets. There's no way to sugarcoat that. But getting back to single names, I kind of agree there's going to be some amazing opportunities. Guy mentioned something that, you got to focus on the companies that are going to be around. There will be some companies that are just not investable. Cruise lines are going to be one of them. I just can't imagine.
You don't think so? Not yet. Not ever?
Well, it's going to take years. I mean, but think it. This might be. We've been talking about the overstored in retail. We've been talking about department stores. Macy's is becoming a very distressed balance sheet. Why would you buy that? This could be the final thing. So I think that you want to focus on things like Disney that are going to be around. It's down 30% in the last couple of months, and you figure out how to start legging into something like that when their parks come back online, their movies are back in stores, and the consumer is back.
I agree with everyone's been saying. I think you got to know what you own. To me, when I try to figure out what do I own, I look at the balance sheet first. What is their debt situation, right? How long can they afford to ride it out? So Google, which I bought some Friday, obviously that was too early. I look at that balance sheet as probably the premier balance sheet in the world right now. Same for Facebook. And then at, Target in the retail space, they do have debt, but this is not it's not a concerning amount of debt at all. So that's important to me. Disney actually has some debt.
Yeah.
I do love the name. I am waiting for a big down Disney day. But one of the things...
This is not down enough. Does anybody around the table believe that what has happened the last couple of weeks with equities is an overreaction?
Well, if you look at the bond market, it's not. If you look at credit markets over the last 3 weeks, really the last 10 days, it's not. If you look at where valuations were before we had the sell-off, it's not. If you look at the prospects for earnings, it's not. If you look for, essentially how overbought we were as a function of central bank goosing monetary policy, it's just hard to say. I don't want to be so perversely negative. I think what we're saying is there's great... Like Starbucks. Starbucks was bludgeoned today, down almost 9%, because obviously now you're getting to literally the numbers of people that are not going out. They're not getting that morning cup of coffee. They are not going to work. Where do you get your first? You're on your work. You grab your Starbucks. That's a great company that I want to own. And in fact, somewhere in here, this is again one of those names. Oh my goodness, I didn't think I'd see it at these levels.
It's a reaction. I don't think it's an overreaction. And we've said this for a long time on the show, and it plays out over and over again. Markets go down much faster than they go up, and now they go down even faster than they have historically. That's just the way the market's built. So it feels bad. But if this were to happen over a 3 or 4 month period, would we be having the same conversations? No. Now you have to ask yourself, right, what levels make sense in terms of the broader market? And I will tell you that although I don't think we get there, that 2410 level, which we saw in December
Christmas Eve.
Exactly. I mean, that is really the level that I think people sort of have a bullseye on. And we've mentioned this for quite some time. The Russell, as measured by the IWM, that never validated the